In Judaism, the Hebrew phrase tikkun olam means repairing the world. Young Jewish Americans put faith into action by volunteering in developing countries on behalf of the American Jewish World Service.
When we think about service programs, we've come to believe that the face-to-face encounter between American Jews and people in the developing world helps people manifest those values globally in a really serious way.
During the summer, students spend 7 weeks working in the field, serving communities in need.
It's actually a year-long program that has an intensive field placement at the beginning, and then uses that both for its own sake, for the intrinsic value of helping the community in need, but then also as a jumping-off place for an intensive kind of education and activism training that we hope will last the rest of their lives.
Nina Mermelstein is a senior at North Shore Hebrew Academy in Great Neck, New York. She recently returned from volunteering in Ghana.
It definitely was a step out of my comfort zone initially, but after a while it really wasn't so difficult anymore, and it also, I think, added to the experience. It made us feel and see the way that the people in our village of Sovia lived, and without going through those processes of bucket showers and not having electricity, we really understood what it's like to live there. Even though I had a strong belief in Tikkun Olam and repairing the world, I didn't fully understand the meaning of it because I hadn't really experienced doing service in the rest of the world. I think that doing this program really helped me completely understand what that meant.
Nina and the other AJWS volunteers helped build a latrine for the local village.
When we arrived there, I didn't really realize how difficult it would be to do every little thing. The weather, I think, made it very difficult to just bring a cement block from one part of the work site to the other part. There were no trucks. We had to collect water from a stream, and the stream was 20 minutes away, and it was through a little forest type area, and I wasn't a very experienced headpan holder. So when I brought back the headpan filled with water and I dumped it into the bucket that we were filling, there was only a couple of drops when I got back. But after a while, I got used to it, and we would usually work from 7 to 12:30, and then afterwards we would go to the schools. And I worked in a primary school with level 5 children. I had a teaching partner, and there was no teacher or anything, and so we sort of had to come up with our own lesson plans. We taught them a little bit about geography. Does that make sense? We taught them about the measurement of time and what a democracy is. One boy, he wrote down everything that we said and everything that we wrote on the board, and we asked him what he was going to do with it, and he said he was going home and he was going to study it because he actually wanted to be a teacher. So that made me feel like we really got through to them. In Ghana, many people would enroll in primary school, but then secondary school has a fee attached to it, which is 30 Ghana cedis, which is around $27 a year. Most of the children don't move on because it just costs too much money and they have to help their families make a living. I'm hoping to start a club in my school about living in a global community, just to educate each other about different areas of the world, and I hope to start with Ghana and then move on from there.